Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very pleasant moment to see such a galaxy of the experience and the young people in this hall. I am very fortunate to have my mentor, my guardian, Professor D.S. Chauhanji, who always inspired me in my life, in my all professional activities. I am very lucky to have Dr. Iswar Reddy ji, who worked very hard, make see changes in the regulatory landscape of the country. Ramesh Goyal ji, who is the Vice Chancellor of the DIPSARU, is always a man who gives me energy how to move forwards. Manohar Rani ji, who made such a wonderful campus. We are very fortunate because I am following this institution for last many years, and I never imagined if there would be such a sea change in infrastructure, in soft learning of the students. Manohar ji, we are very fortunate. Dr. S.L. Nasa ji, who happens to be the encyclopedia of the pharmacy, is with us. All of you would be getting his guidance on various issues. Nanda ji, R.K. Khar ji, my teacher, who on many difficult situations, he holds hands of mine. Devendra Pathak ji, my colleague Selvan ji, Harvinder Kaul ji, Kanchan Kohli ji, and other people, dignitaries, Daya ji, whom I meeting earlier met, but I asked Reddy ji, who is this? And I am seeing such young people who are here. Professor Goyal ji has given a complete picture how the new education policy is going to transform the overall standards of living, standards of learning, standards of thinking. Sir, we are very fortunate the way you have presented the complete things. Friends, 2-3 things are the fundamental for growth of a nation, for overall prosperity of the humanity and the people of a nation. That is education, health and culture. We were lacking on many issues, how the things should be changing in near future. But we are witnessing sea change in last few years. Whatever we were imagining few years back, I am seeing that it is being converted into reality. The education, the fundamental issues was that many of our culture, policies, other things have been destroyed due to one reason or other. The people of this country were thinking how we may restore those glory which has become a past of this nation. And for the last few years, we were thinking how the fundamental changes would be taking in the education policy. The recent education policy is going to put the nation on the right path, and I am confident the way Professor Goyal ji has presented, and I used to learn from different forums. The time is not far away. The things are going to have dramatically getting changed. The other issue of which we belong, means myself, is the health sector. So I would be touching some of the points how health sector is, with the support of the education policy, educational system, is going to have a new look. Friends, the COVID pandemic has shown the world where India stands and how is it important as a nation. Dr. Iswar Reddy and all the panelists would be agreeing. Few years back, when the country has given a slogan in France, India is the pharmacy of the world. Whenever we were going across the globe, different forums, we were telling, no, India is the pharmacy of the world. There, many people were thinking that this is the branding of the India by some of the people. But pandemic has shown it is not the branding, it is the reality of the nation. When the whole globe was almost crying, India was standing taller. It's really when वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की बात हम करते हैं, तो भारत ने दिखाया कि कैसे भारत इस मंत्र पे काम भी करता है। जब अमेरिका जैसा राष्ट्र, यूरोप जैसे शक्तिशाली राष्ट्रों का समूह सारे लोग करा रहे थे, तब भारत की और हेल्थ सेक्टर के लोगों ने स्टैंड किया, दवाइयाँ दी। वैक्सीन्स की हम बात करते हैं, few years back people were thinking India would not able to meet the global standards of the vaccine. I am very fortunate when I was the DCGI, many challenges came to the nation. WHO was thinking whether India has to be given the proper footage, proper leverage or not. I am very fortunate. My colleagues at CDSO, the Ministry of Health Family Welfare, they stands with the regulator and the industry people. It is not the regulator only, it is the whole pharma sector. Either it is academic institution, the regulators, entrepreneurs, they stand to the occasion. And today, when we passed with the flying color, WHO has declared CDSU as functional. The state regulators, the central regulators, the entrepreneurs, all the people, they work day and night. I remember it was 1 year Herculean job. And when I assigned this job to Iswar Reddy with the biologics, he told me, no, it is the time where the nation would be standing. Selvan is sitting here. We were very weak in our pharmacovigilance program, but the hard work done by the industry people, the regulator, the scientific Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, we passed with flying color the area where we were weak. So why I am narrating these things? When we laid down the foundation that leads nation to go to the next level. And the pandemic when came, people were thinking the vaccine is outreach of the people. When Honorable Prime Minister was going to the monitoring himself, how fast the things should be done. We were having a ready-made platform for that. The CDSU was ready to see that the fast track approval would be provided without compromising on the quality of the vaccine or the drugs. The things which we are taking about 20 years in getting approval, 12 years, 20 years, 5 to 6 years is the normal time to give approval of a drugs. India could make it possible by giving new vaccines. India made vaccines, not one, but a number of candidates are in pipeline. We could able to save this nation, not the nation people, but globally also. And really great credit goes again to the policymaker, to the industry people, to the scientific institution who joins hands together and rose to the occasion. Friends, these are the success stories which made us to be proud of. But the challenges are more which we have to bear, we have to stand for. The nation is thinking, is moving to become a global power. By 2040, each one of us who is sitting in this room would be seeing this nation as a developed nation. All the globe is looking towards India, how India is going to meet the challenges, either it is of education, health or culture. The fundamental, again I am repeating, the education is the pillar of all the things. These fundamental changes which are taking place, in another 5 to 6 years, you would be seeing what impact it is going to make on the society's overall development. The health sector, which is a sunrise sector, dynamic, is moving forward at a very high speed. The other area, when we are known as pharmacy of the world, is the medical devices, which is going to have a complete change in the thinking, in the delivery, in the overall understanding for the health of the people of this country and the globe. We are expecting that another few years, the medical devices, medical technology would be touching $50 billion. You imagine the drug sector is of only $40 billion. In few years, we are going to surpass take over there. And if you see the global scenario, we are going to have a totally different picture. Innovation, which Professor Goyal mentioned, is the key driver of seeing that India become a very dynamic, a very strong nation. And innovation would take place when we join hands together. The academic institutions like Lloyd, College of Sciences, I can tell, not the law only, because very shortly they are going to be declared as a very vibrant, dynamic university. When we are talking about Nalanda, the Lloyd would be having similar situation in 2040. We want to see, Manoharji, let this Lloyd be another Nalanda. Not only the Lloyd, but many other institutions are on the pathway. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. And one thing you people would be thinking, what would be your share? How you would be looking in 2030, 40? I can tell you with certainty, with my own experience. When in 80s, when we were studying the pharmacy, my guru is sitting over here. The Department of Pharmaceutics was not that recognized or getting the respect, though we were the initiative. We are the founder, Banaras Hindu University is the founder of the pharmacy profession. Professor Sraf laid down the stone for this profession. But in times to come, 80s, 90s, we were seeing that people were running on bicycle, the entrepreneurs, the industrialists. And today, when we talk, we see them either in India or abroad, they are going with their own plane. They are going hiring the whole hotels. Whenever I was in US or Europe, we were seeing all the best suits, all the best things. They were every time they are coming as if they are moving in bicycle, the plane, the chartered plane, their own plane from India. Every time they are going to US, coming back, doing these things. So those things are going to happen with you. Many of you who would become partner to this great change which Honorable Prime Minister is making for the country, and Honorable Chief Minister wants to see Yogi ji how to transform the UP, because I am attached with him. I want to show you a little bit picture of that, how he wants that India becomes self-reliant, and UP in particular. He is dreaming to see that India become, the UP become the #1 state in most of the areas. And in health sector, every district would have its own hospital, not the hospital, but the own something university system, is a complete educational system. Everyone would have in the state. We are going to have the medical devices park is very nearby, is hardly about 15 kilometers from this place. 350 acres land have been allocated for that. All the thing with 50 billion I am talking is going to have just adjacent to this institution. And I would be requesting Bandana ji and Manohar ji how this institution would become partner. This whole knowledge park, all the institutions who are here, we have already submitted to the government. They would be working as a knowledge partner to the health sector, to the medical devices sector. We are going to have blood drug parks. We are going to have many things. The herbal drugs is going to another area which is going to change this overall system of the treatment. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take too much time of yours because such a galaxy of people are sitting over here. But in the last, I can assure you, you are very fortunate to have taken birth at the time when India is going to be evolving as a great nation. And we are going to be partner in one way or other. We would be seeing a strong nation whose glory, whose recognition would be accepted by all the globe due to sheer their good quality services, high quality products, and by virtue of our own culture. We have to save the culture. We have to see that this new education policy is going to transform and reposition the culture which we have lost. With these words, I express my gratitude to the management of Lloyd, especially Manoharji, Bandanaji. They always pull me wherever I am, and I always feel proud the way the institution is growing, and wish all the best to the success of the conference which is going to take place for 2 days. Thank you very much.